Time for the American Family News Update. I'm Bronson Woodruff. It is Monday, July 1st. The U.S. Supreme Court justices have sent former President Donald Trump's immunity case back to a lower court in Washington, dimming the prospect of a pre-election trial. In a historic ruling, the justices, in a 6-3 vote, said for the first time that former presidents can be shielded from prosecution for at least some of what they do in the Oval Office. But rather than do it themselves, the justices ordered lower courts to figure out precisely how to apply the decision to former President Trump's case. In reading for the majority, Chief Justice John Roberts said Trump is absolutely immune from prosecution for the alleged conduct involving his discussions with Justice Department officials. A case about regulating political content on social media is sent by the Supreme Court back to lower courts. Fox's Shannon Bream reports at the Supreme Court.
What they're saying is that NetChoice, the company in these cases where there were laws out of Florida and out of Texas that were telling social media companies that you either can't censor, or if you're going to modify someone's post, you have to contact that poster and tell them why. Essentially what they've said here is the way that NetChoice challenged this law was done sort of prematurely, meaning we're going to send it back. There's got to be a full finding of exactly how both of these laws would play out, and then they can actually get to the case on the merits. So it feels like another decision in which we're not getting the answer, but we know that this case then continues for another day.
Social media platforms like Meta claim that these laws violated their First Amendment rights to determine what content is best fit for their platforms. They also claim that their content moderation policies are not politically motivated. The U.S. military has raised the security protection measures it's taking at its bases throughout Europe, asking service members to be more vigilant and to keep a lower profile. This is due to a combination of threats it's seeing across the region. U.S. European Command said in a statement Sunday that a, quote, variety of factors play into the safety of U.S. military community abroad, end quote. Increasing the threat level to Charlie is the result of a combination of events occurring across Europe. These include elections in France and the UK, the upcoming Olympics and other major sporting events, and the ongoing wars in Ukraine and Gaza. That is, according to 2 U.S. officials who spoke on the condition of anonymity to give additional details. But they said they were not aware of any specific threat. A major data privacy bill is facing some roadblocks in Congress. Ryan Schmelz explains.
The American Privacy Rights Act would establish national data privacy standards. That includes allowing people to request access to and delete data being held by companies. Advocates argue the bill will give Americans important protections online, but a hearing on the bill was recently canceled after pushback. Kentucky Republican Brett Guthrie says he's concerned it could open people and small businesses up to unnecessary lawsuits.
This is a pretty major bill, affects a big part of the economy, and we want to make sure that all unknowns are covered.
Guthrie says he wants the bill to pass, but there needs to be some changes made, adding the authors plan to work on those changes. In Washington, Ryan Schmelz, Fox News.
It's a rough start for what many expect to be a busy travel week. Here's Fox Weather's Katie Byrne.
Severe alerts were widespread across the region, impacting tens of millions of Americans all along the I-95 corridor. It's expected to be a record travel week, with many extending their 4th of July holiday. But for those travelers on the roads, heavy rain led to closures from flooding and debris. The weather led to hundreds of canceled flights heading into LaGuardia, JFK, and Newark airports. AAA is tracking 4th of July travel for the entire week for the first time because they say with school out for the summer and people having more flexibility to work remotely, people are taking longer vacations. So we're going to watch that traffic on the roads and in the air build all week long. In Wayne, Pennsylvania, Katie Byrne, Fox Weather.
And that'll do it for this American Family News Update. Thanks for watching. I'm Bronson Woodruff.